guys. I think we are live. Yeah, I think so. Yes, we are. All right, there we go. You guys can hear me too. All right. Well, hey guys, it's Mr. here again for another video today, and we're back with our Draft to Glory franchise mode. And in this one, we are here for the Season 9 offseason, which should be an interesting one. Well, yeah, I guess it won't really be that interesting because we already signed our two biggest players that were going to be, I believe one was going to be an RFA, and I think one was going to be a UFA. But yeah, we finished that up. We got both of those two contracts done during the regular season, I believe. So we're all good. But hopefully we'll have a good draft. That's the ideal situation, of course. Now, in the last episode, if you guys missed it, we got eliminated in the second round to the Detroit Red Wings, and yeah, it was not a good second round. We got swept in the second round, and to be fair, Detroit just had a very easy playoff run. They only had 4 losses in 20 games played, so Chicago swept in the Western Conference Final, and, and then they kind of got demolished. Really, I mean, 6 games was the closest series Detroit had to go to, or go through, I should say. But yeah, unfortunately, we were unable to get past the very good Draisaitl-led Detroit team. Now in the AHL, we kind of had a similar problem. We made it through the first 2 rounds, just completely sweeping. We swept Laval in the first round, 3-0. Then we swept Binghamton in the second round to make it to make our record 7-0. And we won the first game against the Bridgeport Sound Tigers to have an 8-0 record. Then we lost the next 2, I believe, and then we won 2, and then we won 1, then we lost 1, then we won 2, or something along those lines. I don't remember, but we won in 7 games to move on to the Stanley Cup, to the Calder Cup final to face the Chicago Wolves for the second time in the past 3 seasons. And both times that we have gone up against them in the Calder Cup final, we have failed on winning the Calder Cup. So we'll look to make our AHL team better, I guess, this season, make our NHL team better as well, to see if we can get past the second round and finally get that Calder Cup for each respective team, I should say, though. Now, I was really excited to see the progress reports for this offseason because I thought Pat Stillman was going to get a jump, and I checked off screen and he did not, which really sucks, and also very, really not good. Ronnie Thomas is down to an 84, so he had a very poor season this past season, and his stats went down. So he's no longer an 89 overall, which is going to make our life a hell of a lot harder. But hopefully he can still jump back up. He is 24 years old. I mean, he's got plenty of time. So Kucherov right now, he's actually very upset. He's actually listed as a 94. Now, I don't know why he's so upset, to be honest with you. I guess I'll have to check that out after. But yeah, there's really just no changes apart from players going down to their actual overall because we lost in the playoffs. So Foote down to an 86, which is his respective overall. Ronnie Thomas is still a little bit higher than what he actually is, which is nice to see. Alivaro went down to his 84 overall. Howden's currently an 81. He's very unhappy right now as well, and I really don't know if I want Howden in this franchise anymore. Tyson Cullimore, he's down to an 81. He's also not happy. Glue's actually a +1 right now, which is nice. Lawrence Lyke down 2 overall. So a lot of people are very mad about losing in the second round. I mean, I would be too. Well, to be fair, I was mad. We got swept. Like, it was just kind of ridiculous. But I guess there was nothing we could do about it. So yeah, here's Pat Stillman, and I was thinking he was going to get at least a 2 overall boost. I was thinking he was going to get boosted to an 82 because of the great season he had. He not only did he lead our team in points in the AHL, or sorry, not the AHL, but in the playoffs, in the postseason, he actually did very good. He had his best career season, almost a point every other game throughout the entire season, like statistically, I guess you could say. He had 35 points in the regular season. He was getting second line ice time, and he, like I said, he was tied leading our team in points in the AHL, or sorry, not in the AHL, but in the postseason. I keep wanting to say AHL because I saw that he's 79, and that's just, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, he was tied with, I think, Hedman, Jaspers, and Drouin, all with 8 points. Yeah, but it wasn't good enough. He didn't get a boost from that, and like I said, it really shocked me. I also did expect that he was going to hit the 40-point mark during the regular season, but he was unable to do that either. So I looked through it already, and I'm not even going to show you guys because there was just no significant differences. So let's just start the entry draft, almost ready to head into year number 10, which is kind of crazy. We are pretty far out in this series. Now, the top 5 looks to be all elite players, which is interesting. How amazing would it be if Tampa drafted another center sniper named Stamkos from Canada? Could you imagine? Obviously, I mean, we could, but we don't have a top 5 pick, and I don't really want to move up in the draft. Now, I'm assuming we're around the 20-something, mid-20 selection, so let's just see where we are at, just to be sure. Oh, yeah, traded our first. Forgot about that. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I'm assuming it's either the 25th or the 27th, because we did trade it to San Jose. So, for the first time in the series, your Tampa Bay Lightning will not be drafting in the first round. Now, it's kind of unfortunate because there was one guy, I think it was Bob Collier. No, he was one guy, but there was a 20-year-old that I saw off screen. I think he was a defenseman, but I'm not too sure. He was 20 years old, and I bet you he's going to be really, really good just because he was projected first round. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him. I will check the forwards, but I'm pretty positive it was a defenseman. I originally did pin him, and then I'm pretty sure I unpinned him just because I didn't want to have him pinned. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we can find him. There was a 20-year-old projected in the first round. Obviously, the projections do change sometimes, so maybe he's no longer projected in the first, and if he were to fall to the second round, that would be nice for us because then we could pick him up. But like I said, I can't even find him. Was it Pentikainen? To be honest, I don't remember his name. I didn't write down his name or anything. Oh, no, it was McMillan. He was a Canadian. So, you know what? He really doesn't look all that bad. He's got decent defensive awareness, decent shot block, decent shot for a defenseman. Would he be that good, though? Probably not. Although Pentikainen, just because I don't know anything about him, I will pin him. We'll also pin McMillan, though. They were both first/second round projections. I forgot the word there for a sec. Projections, but yeah, we'll have to see. Colorado just offered us their first, which was 19th overall for Matthew Joseph, which I could have done, to be fair, but didn't necessarily want to. Now, I'm so tempted to make some trades just to get rid of some players because there are some players on this team in the franchise that I don't necessarily want anymore, but there's just not much I can do about it because, like I said, the main rule of thumb in this series is that you're not really supposed to trade because it is a draft of glory, but for us trading away players that we've drafted to get draft picks, I guess it's not as bad of a situation. Now, really quickly, I'm just going to call a timeout because we're going to go through the first 2 rounds, and let's see. So Stamkos was actually the first overall selection, which I didn't necessarily disagree with. I mean, I couldn't see all of his stats. His shooting category is tremendous. Honestly, he's a pretty good two-way forward. Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty good forward. He's listed as a depth forward, too, at an 81. Robinson Walls, very good two-way forward, basically the same stats all around. Does it ever drop off after the first 2, though, to Xavier Hendricks, a 67 overall. Wow, okay, and then Nathaniel Smits, a 66 overall. Then Nick Moss, a 68 overall. Nicholas Wengrenowski, I've never seen that name before. 66 overall, but he was a medium top 6, then Lannon, a medium top 4. Let's just use the right stick real quick so we don't have anybody on the watch list. So let's see. Katkanainen. Oh, Bobkov was actually good. I did see him. He was 19. Has that elite potential. So let's just see. Was Sawyer one? No, it wasn't Sawyer. It was McMillan and like Katkanainen or something. So McMillan, Pentakainen, he's right there. So McMillan, not bad. 67, right-handed. Obviously, he's 20 years old. And then Pentakainen was 1 overall worse. So I guess it wasn't. I guess we really didn't miss out on that big of a, player. But it would definitely help us out prospect-wise. As for the second round, not very good until we get to this McGuire guy. 19 years old, 70 overall. That's good. Johnny McGuire. He's got very high offensive awareness as well. And I saw this guy as well, the next selection. Timo Asplund. He's pretty good as well. Yeah. Interesting. Is there anybody else? Backos, who I did see that name somewhere. Christopher Backos. Interesting. I would have loved to draft him, especially because he's German. 20 years old, 67. Kavanaugh, a grinder. He's 19, 69 overall, so he's not bad either. And then, yeah, we're at our selection now. We'll see who we can go for now. A defenseman is not a bad option. Definitely a possibility. How about a 20-year-old? The 20-year-olds honestly have not been bad so far in this draft, which I'm very tempted to go for one of them. So Kostopoulos is from the American League, and then Afinogenov also, or not from the American League, but from the Russian League. So either way, we could sign them this offseason. They could play for us next season, which it would be the ideal situation. As for a goalie, I really don't plan on going for a goalie right now. Should check Blackenov. Yeah. So Kolsnik. No, sorry, not Kolsnik. Afinogenov or Kostopoulos. Ron Kostopoulos, 5'10", left-wing playmaker, or a Sergei Afinogenov. 6'3" sniper. I feel like would be so much more interesting. So you know what? Let's go for Afinogenov. 68 overall, medium top 6. So that's pretty good. That is a very good selection, I'd say. Stats. He's got a decent shot, okay puck skills, relatively good skater, physicality, or for the physical category, looks to be his worst. Defensively, he's pretty good, and senses as well, pretty good. Now let's just wait to see if Kostopoulos was any better. He was. He was 1 overall better. He has much higher offensive awareness, with arguably better defensive stats. He's arguably faster. Arguably better shots as well. There's Kolsnik. He wasn't too bad. Definitely more physical. I don't know. I'd say we really didn't miss out on much there. If he really is worse, I mean, we could argue that our selection is better. We could argue that our selection is worse. I mean, on paper, I guess you could say he's worse, just for the fact that he is 1 overall lower. But I'm happy with our selection. Nobody good got drafted at the end of the second round. But yeah, I think Afinogenov is perfectly okay. Now let's see. Did we miss out on anything? Tanaka was a medium starter, which I expected. Plekhanov was a medium top 9, so I'm very glad we didn't go for him. Not looking like there's any crazy overalls out here. Not looking like any good potentials really either. 65 overall was the highest overall in this in this round, I guess, so far. So let's hopefully try and change that. Derek Henrique, Henrique, I guess. Bradley Cambeats, Todd Pody. I don't think I've ever seen that last name, but I kind of like it. Unfortunately, he's bottom 6 though. Stanislav Nabokov. Ricard Renas. Really don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. I do want to go for a goalie. I do, because I think it would be ideal to at least get one goaltender. We'll see, though. Ronnie Day. Per Danielson is a 20 years old player. It's an option, but like I said, I want to go for goaltenders. Just Stanislav Nabokov. So do we draft another player from the Russian league, or do we go to the SHL for a Finn? We've got a medium backup and a medium fringe. What potential is actually considered better? I think medium fringe. Low league interest for Nabokov, high league interest for Renus. You know what? The high league interest worked for us. Our last selection, let's go for Renus. Medium fringe, 60 overall. Let's sim to the next selection we have, and then we'll come back and see how good Nabokov was. Hopefully we didn't really... Oh, he was a low starter, so he would have been better. That's unfortunate. There's Lacerti. I just Simon Lacerti. Lacerte? I don't know. He's pretty good, though. Medium top 6 obviously isn't great, but he is 70 overall, so, I mean, you can't really complain all that much about it. Now, we'll get back to the 4th round in just a minute. Let's look at the end of the 3rd round. Nothing good. 4th round now. Let's see. Any good overalls, good potentials? Low top 6, 54. Low top 6, 56. Danielson was good. Now, I truly did think about picking him. Apparently, I should have. You know what? He's not even that bad because he's got high offensive awareness as well. Ugh, that sucks. That definitely sucks, but nothing we can do about that. Nabokov was better than our goaltender selection as well, of course. Hagos, Peterson, Davidson, Dryber, Cons, McDonald, Dixon, and Lacerti, all pretty good draft picks. So hopefully we can keep that in line. We've got a 20-year-old Mario Lamoureux. He's got the high acceleration and physical is not great. Oof, I don't know about that. Is that... What is that? South Korea? I'm not sure. I think that's a Korea. Is that a Korean flag? I'm not sure. I really don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I don't. So let's continue looking through. Kyle Rintoul, we know nothing about. Joe Sumal, Fred Greentree. Ooh, he's got a really good skating category, and he's 19. He's got 76 discipline, which I like as well. So we're going to go with Greentree. So he's medium top 6, 65 overall, but he is 19. Keep that in mind. How many other guys were 19 here? A couple of them were 19. All right. So you know what? That wasn't a bad selection, I'd say. I'd say arguably better than the last selection we had in our in the 3rd round. Yeah, but there's a low elite and Schwartz. Let's go to the end of the 4th, and we'll see. If we missed out on anything. So Rintoul was medium top 9. Lamoureux was medium top 6. So I guess we didn't really miss out on anything there. Moving on, though. I did see Laxo's name. I didn't look at him, though. Low top 4. He wasn't too bad. Low overall, though, to start with. What is that? Oh, Ricky Earth. That's not at all what I saw. That looked like a much weirder name. Schwartz seems to be the best selection so far in the 5th round at a low elite. 56 overall, I think it was. There's a high elite defenseman down there, which I kind of want to look at. So we've got Vyacheslav Tikhonov, Valery Radulov, another goaltender, which I don't necessarily want to go for. Wow. Samuel Tonarski may not be a bad option. He's got 82 durability, 82 speed, and 89 stick checking. Obviously, very clearly a defensive defenseman, and he does have that exact top 6. Matti Varakis, Marvin Sandlak, Lucas Walensky. There's a lot of goaltenders here. Tyrone Trevisa, I don't know. Stanislav Kennins, Ronald Wise, Robert Stahlberg. I mean, I'm assuming he wouldn't be an elite just because of how this game works. Ralph Pohl, Marshall Stock, a high starter. That would be sick. Maxim Komutov, Kyle Buke, who I don't know anything about. Jim Cam from Denmark. Jani Julkinen, a Finn. Jan Hossa. Isaac Sturback, kind of like that name. I do indeed. Ivan Kozlov, Dwight Springus. I don't even know who to go for, man. Like, I wish the scouting was better in this, because it's essentially just a blind selection every single pick. I don't know. I'm thinking Stallberg just because he has that high elite. I mean, probably a medium top six. Um, Stock, probably like a medium fringe. Cam isn't bad. Center power forward. You know what? We're just gonna go for Jim Cam. Let's see, a simple name, medium top 9, 65 overall. Radulov went next. Tikhonov went next. I won't be able to see who went. Oh, wait, yes, I can. Sandlach, sorry. Yeah, I just completely forgot that there were 31 teams in the NHL for a second there. Let's go back to the end of the fifth. Walensky. So, yeah, so far, not a very good late rounds, I should say. Let's head on back. So Verakis wasn't too bad. Tarnasky. I don't think that's what I said. I swore I said like Tarnarski or something, or Tanarski. I don't know. I don't remember. Kozlov, Buke, Sturback, Yulkinen. Yulkinen was probably the other guy I was gonna go for. So an even selection so far. Nelson, who I don't think I looked at. He's low elite though, so you know. Pohl was a low top 4. I didn't think he was going to be that good. I figured he was going to be a medium 7th. That's why I didn't go for him, just because he was German. Usually, most Germans are not very good. Cannons. Well, did we ever just miss out on someone? Stanislav Cannons, a low elite 19-year-old. Damn, that is very good. He's got really high offensive awareness compared to his defensive awareness as well. Interesting. But he could just be like Alavara or Cullimore, where they're good out of the draft, low elite, but they don't really do all that much. I mean, Alavara has definitely been better than Cullimore so far. I could say that for sure. Trudeau's not too bad as well, a medium top 6. His first medium top 6 we've seen in a while. He's a decent overall, and he's also 19, so that wasn't a bad pick. But now we've got our next selection. I kind of want to go for another defenseman. Vladimir Kostitsyn is an option. Still not a fan of the defensive defenseman, though, but we actually know some stats about him, and some of them don't look all that bad. Vyacheslav Kolesnik, Valery Yaskin, doesn't look too bad either. Vaclav Hudler, depends on how you want to say it. Tom Wengrinowski, it's the second time we've seen that name in this draft. Sergei Mikhanov, I do like that name. Sylvain Lapierre, probably not good. Roy Shelley, Reginald Bird. That is a sick name. I have to go for Reginald Bird, don't I? Let's see, Shower here. Marco Shower. You know, I'm totally going for Marco Shower. His last name's Shower. Why not? Lucas Krupp. So we got a couple of Germans here. I'm just looking to see, is there any exact potentials that aren't bad? No. Oh, well, exact top 4. Nick Lowe. He's probably a low top 4. I don't really want to go for him, though, to be honest with you. We've got 24 seconds. Where is Shower? I believe he was a medium 7th. Yeah, okay, so 20 years old, no league interest. Scouted him twice. Let's see. Medium top 6, 72 overall. Let's go. Sometimes the Germans work out. Sometimes they definitely do not. He's got 86 offensive awareness. Okay. Nice. That was a good pick. We're in the 6th round too, and I was totally thinking we're in the 7th. Ooh, so you know what? That's a good selection. That's arguably our best pick of the draft so far, which is kind of sad to say. Mikhanov, also pretty good. Basically the same equivalent, but a forward. So I guess I could have gone for Sergei Mikhanov as well, which I did think about, obviously. I did say I liked his name, so that means, like, I want him. But we are now here for, Pavelkovsky. I did not see. What is with... I fucking hate the LA Kings. Why do they always get the tremendous draft steals. They got Andreas, I believe it was Andreas Renz, who was a player I passed over a couple of years ago in a draft, and he turned out to be very good. And then this guy, Peter Pavlikovsky, right-handed, medium top six. He's 75 overall, but he's 19 years old. Like, that is so good. Lapointe is a low elite, who I did see his name. I just didn't actually look at him. Alright, guys, so Wen Gronowski was not bad. 71-19. Noonan, did not see this guy. Medium top 9, 68 overall. Hudler wasn't all that bad, so let's go, guys. We've got a selection for the 7th round, which is essentially the last pick. Reginald Bird is still there. I totally want him on this team. Maxim Zharkov, I've always loved the last name Zarkov or Zharkov. Just a really cool last name. I don't know. Frederick Jensen, Zach Wild, Zach Henderson, does not look very good. Zach Festarini, don't know anything about him. Yuri Valentenko. See, I'm thinking, do I just go for an absolute random pick, like just land somewhere in Nazarov and go for him? I don't really want to do that. Plus he's 17. No, thank you then. Never mind. Let's go back up here. We're going for Reginald Bird. No league interest. 19 years old. He is awful. Okay, probably the worst pick of the draft. Did that exact top 4 guy go? I didn't even look, and I probably should have, because if he was still there, I definitely should have gone for him. Oh, he was, too. That's unfortunate. RIP. That was a mistake on my part, then. Most definitely. I'm assuming he won't go. I don't know how good of an overall he'll be. I mean, I could trade. You know what? Yeah, let's trade with the Stanley Cup winning team. Obviously, we just lost to them in the 2nd round. Let's see if we can get someone back for them. Afinogenov has a decent amount of potential. Rick Bruin, he'll be making his NHL debut this upcoming season. Do we have anybody that I just don't care about? Like Sigalet, I guess. Is there anybody that's worse, though? Sigalet is arguably the worst. Or Zykov. I mean, I think... You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of Sigalet for the 7th round pick. Just because I want that exact top 4 defenseman. He will for sure be better. Can we get a second, too? That's not going to go through, but let's try it. Trade rejected. Okay, so obviously Sigalet was a player we drafted, so it's not that big of a deal, but let's get that 3rd. Hopefully that trade won't come back to bite us in the ass. Hopefully Sigalet doesn't turn to like an 89 overall, absolutely stud defenseman. With my luck, it would most definitely happen, but hopefully it does not. So let's draft Nick Lowe here, and let's see how good he is. I'm assuming low top 4. Low top 4, 62 overall is not good, but he's got better potential than Sigalet did have, so yeah. Oh, man, we have to re-sign Pat Stillman. Uh-oh. I still can't believe. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fight off the yawn. I still can't believe. Oh, never mind. That was weird. Excuse me? I'm so confused. Do we have to re-sign him? He was gone for a second, and then he came back. Oh, we have to re-sign Kucherov, and Drouin, and Alavara, and Thomas, and Joseph next year. Yoinks. Can I see? I cannot. I'll have to wait till the regular season to see what they want in contract extensions. Kucherov is back to a 96 though, which is nice. So we start with Alexei Lipanov. Alexei, yeah, I believe so. Does not want a lot of money, that's for sure. We can give him 1 year. We'll give you 1 year. We'll give you more than what you want, just because we need to get somewhat close to the cap floor. So there we go. Lipanov gets his extension. Steven Fast, he wants a 2-year deal. We'll give him a 2-year deal at $2 million again, because we need to get him get closer to the cap floor. Cullimore does not need to be re-signed. Glue does need to be re-signed, which I will sign him. Also to a 2-year deal. We'll give him 1.35 as well. There's Rick Bruin, so he's listed as a top 6. We'll see if he jumps up this offseason. He's now 21 years old. We'll see how he does. Louis Giunta, yeah, we'll bring you back as well. We'll give you a 1-year deal, and we'll give you 1.5, though, instead of the 2-year deal. Then Lawrence Like, I would like to bring you back as well. See what I did there? I would like. Ha ha ha. We're going to give you 1.8. I was going to give him 1.2, but that's just, or 2 million, sorry. I just don't want to do that. I feel like that's just way too much. Callie Zabinajad, I would like to bring you back. Unfortunately, never really panned out to be what I had hoped for, but it doesn't always happen like that, unfortunately. Jesper, I believe it's Jesper Modine. We'll give you what you want. Kristanovich, will you push for an NHL spot this season? I would hope so. Is that it? No, Chipchura is there as well. So Chipchura played in the NHL last season. Don't think he will this season, though. We'll see, though. I don't see it, honestly. Because Kent Welsh is also potentially ready to go. Bear Fair. Looks like he may turn out to be a career AHLer, which is totally fine with me, to be fair. I mean, he's a really good AHL defenseman for us. So Ronnie Woolley's a 77. He is very pissed off right now. We're going to have to try and do something about that. After that, Shannon Cato, our starter this past season, we will give him what he wants, but for the next 3 seasons. Actually, we'll give him more than what he wants, but for the next 2 instead. Luis Antonio, so that was our tandem this season. We're going to obviously bring them back. We'll also give, we'll give him the same deal. Was that the same deal? Did I give Cato 25 or 50? Don't even remember. Shower. Let's give him an entry-level deal. He wants a lot, which is surprising, but whatever, it's fine. Bednars, you know what, buddy? I think it's time to let you go because we do have some defensemen coming into this team. I'm sorry, Tyson Cullimore, okay? Actually, he was the only one that was mad. Kolzig, we'll bring Kolzig back, but on a 1-year deal. Lindholm, do I sign him? I feel like I should. I feel like this is the season where I'm going to get rid of a bunch of players and finally start giving some of our other players chances. Kavanaugh, I probably won't be able to re-sign all of these guys, will I? Afinogenov, I would like to give a contract to. Green Tree, I would also like to, but I think we might have to wait. Yeah, I think we might have to wait. You know what? We'll see what's up. We'll sim through the first day of the re-sign phase, and we'll see who comes back. We'll see who re-signs. Lipanov re-signs. Fair rejected. Not really interested in 2-8 offers. Yes, you are. Said you were. Antonio, Glue, Bruin, Like, Chipchura, Giunta, Fast, Modine, Cato, Kolzig, Zabinajad, Lindholm, Shower, Afinogenov, all except. So the only one that declined was Bear Fair, which was interesting, I should say. I'm surprised he did. So you know what? I mean, I am going to bring him back, so that's for sure. Where is he at, though? That is the question. Bear Fair. All right, so I'll give you a 2-year deal on a 1-way, since you clearly don't want that whole 2-way thing. And we'll give you 1.2. 1.2. Yeah, we'll give you 1.2 million for the next 2 seasons, buddy. There you go. How many contract spots do we have open currently? Let us see. We have, where is it? 45 out of 50. Okay, so let's see. Forwards, not on the main roster. In the system, who do we have that I could sign? Kavanov. Don't think I'm going to sign him. Zykov, I could sign. Acton. I think I should sign Acton just because he's one of the younger ones here, being 19. So we'll do that. There's another forward in the lineup. Defensively, let's scroll all the way down and we'll see. We've got Greentree, who is an option, Bird, who is an option, Carlos, who's an option, and Lowe, who's also an option. But the one I would like to sign the most out of all of those is Green Tree. So, you know what? I guess is he Canadian or was he American? He's American. All right, that's fine with me. We'll give him an entry-level deal. We are going to lower it, though. And I think I am going to sign another goaltender, which will be the starter in Norton. What's his first name? Phil Norton, all right. So let's give him a contract as well. And there we go. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because trade bait and some teams actually can't have contract spaces, but whatever, it's fine. So let's advance another day, and we shall see if any of those three decide to sign with us. Four, I should say then. Acton, Greentree, and Norton. So we got prospect, goalie, forward, and defense signed. And then we also got Fair back for our AHL. So we'll sim to free agency. We'll see who is in free agency. More than likely, no one of use for us. I also do want to see who got undrafted. That is good that we missed out on, of course. And, yeah, I mean, apart from that, we'll see what's up. Let's go to free agency, and we'll see who is there. Obviously, oh my god, Eli Tolvanen. Man, if only we could have drafted him. I could bring him back and be like, you know what, boy? I know you didn't want to be over there in... what was it, in Tampa, so we got you, Henrik Olsen. I never saw this guy get drafted, but got drafted by Toronto. So let's just quickly scroll through this to see if we can see a player that was drafted by Tampa. More than likely we will not, but none that are actually like NHLers, that's for sure. Maybe some AHLers, but yeah. No, there's the first one. Who was that? Slater Quack, who he could always bring back to the team, but I don't see it happening. Actually, before we go to goalies, let's see. Who do we miss at? Oh, Jesus. Whew, that scared me. I saw the 84 overall in the low elite, and just normally when I see the low elite, and then I look at the overall, because my brain doesn't process to look at the age, and I'm like, wait, no way, we just missed out on this guy, and this guy was in the draft. But no, we're good. And not looking too great in the prospect category. Ooh, never mind. This guy Walker, Will Walker, a 74, low top 6. He wasn't too bad. This Garen guy as well, 20 years old, 66, 65, and Owley at Draper in 19, or who is 19, I should say. All right, there's another Pody. How many Podies did we see that draft? Jerry Pody. I think we saw 2 for sure. I think I might have saw 3 though. Let's go look at the goaltenders. Ooh, a really good prospect goaltender in Preston McKay. Wait, never mind. Ha, that's the goalie that we drafted. Okay, well, let's sign him up then. We're gonna bring him back to this team. You know what? Oh, I can't. I do have to give him a 2-way. Oh, come, please. I didn't trade you. I don't be mad. Please come back. Look at how many teams are interested in him, man. 72. Man, he grew a lot more over there in San Jose. Yeah, San Jose than he did with us. So we'll see if he comes back. Man, I'm glad I noticed that. I'm glad I decided to look up there. That was extremely lucky. Do we have too many goalies signed? Because if we do, I'm going to be trading one right now to make sure that if there is a chance that we can bring him back, then we will. Also need to make sure we have the room. We have 5 goalies signed. We can't have one more signed because I believe 6 goalies is the max. All right, so we're good then. We are good then. Ronnie Thomas, buddy, please jump back up. Please jump back up, my friend. Now, one thing really quickly. I want to look at forwards, and I want to see what this team could look like. So, NHL, 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 maybe traded. I should probably write these down just because, that would make sense. I don't have any room on that page. We'll go to the other side of that page. There we go. So, potentially on their way out, we've got a guy by the name of Alexei Lipanov. Tune would like to keep here. Howden could be on his way out. He's just not a good simulator, and I don't like the way he sims. Cullimore, I don't want to. I really don't. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. JC Goddard, no. Fast, no. Glue, I mean, I could. Okay, so players I would like to move out are Lipanov and Howden so far. Players I could move out, like, we've got Glue, we've got we've got Giunta. Sabinajad, I don't necessarily want to. Nash, that's a no. Gustafson, no. Modine, I could as well. Wolf, I could. Leonov, no. We're going to keep him in the AHL. Gertson, no. Harkins, I don't even remember who that is. Augustino, I would like to get rid of. Augustino, alright. Hickett's will keep, of course. Lindholm, Zykov, Afinogenov, Cam. There's just the players that we've drafted. Alright, defensively then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Realistically, we could have actually 10, really, because Wooley's actually an NHL regular. Oh, ooh. Well, this should be interesting this next season. So, players I would like to move out, Chip Chura. That's for sure. I would like to trade Chip Chura. And Hedman, no. Merkley, no. Foote, no. Bruin, no. Kristanovich, no. Welsh, no. Stillman, no. Woolley is a maybe. I've always had that in the back of my mind. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it to you guys before. But yeah, Woolley is an option. Valesi, no. Kuhlman, no. Greentree, obviously not. Lowe, no. Carlos, no. Bird, no. All right, and then goaltenders. Thomas, no. Rodrigue, no. Although I would like a better backup. Cato, no. Antonio, no. Norton, we just signed, no. So the goalie I'd like to get rid of the most probably be Antonio. I don't. Like I said, I don't actually need to get rid of a goalie, though, and I don't think we need to make any current changes, but I'm going to anyways, because I do want to make sure that if there's any way we can bring that goalie back, that I can. So let's sort it by overall again, and let's see, we're going to just add all of them in here together. So we've got Lipanov, we've got Howden, we've got Agostino, and Chip Chura. Agostino's the other forward. There we go. I forgot to add another one. It's kind of cheap doing this, I would definitely admit, because obviously by doing this, it can, with all that potential boost, it can give us or a better draft pick, just because we're combining them. There, Chip Chura's an NHL defenseman for you guys. There you go. Can we get a second for all of that? You'd have too many skaters, really? Man, you know what then? Oof. Lipanov's got a really good shot. Why doesn't he ever use it? Like, honestly. So, you know what? We'll take Howden out of this one. We'll try and do something else for Howden then. So, Chipchura, Agostino, and Lipanov to the Bruins for their second. Really? That's not going to go through. Are you kidding me? Fine, you don't get a defenseman you can take in the NHL right now. Screw you too. Oof, man, this is not looking good to get anything from Buffalo, but we could add Howden back into this then. Wait, let's just look at this. We have... No, sorry, let's go back to our drafts. We have our first, our second, 2/3, 4th, 5th, 6th, and the 7th. So I guess it's not really going to make that big of a deal making this trade, but I would still like to. It does add an extra draft pick for us. Can we get the Buffalo second? Man, it looks like we can get way more than that, but I feel like that may be too much to ask for already. So let's see, can we get their second and third? Highly unlikely. Yeah, I didn't think so. So their second this season. And can we get like a fourth next season then? Buffalo? Really? I know you guys are a bad team and you don't want to give up on your draft picks, but please. How about the Calgary second then? That was accepted. All right, so maybe I should have tried to get a fourth there, but I guess there's not much I can do. So we're listed as a hopeful, which I did realize before this. I just didn't mention it. But that's because of the downfall of Ronnie Thomas. Maybe trading away Howden and Lipanov doesn't necessarily help that out all that much. But what can you do about it, I guess, really? So, I guess, yeah, moment of truth now. Let's sim to the next season. We'll see if we get our goaltender back. We do not. Alright, well, that one sucks. I cannot believe San Jose didn't even bother to sign him. Literally just a free goaltending prospect. Lets him go to free agency. Goes to free agency. Doesn't want to come back to the team that drafted him. Shit, man. That sucks because I could have used him again for another trade. I wouldn't have done that. I most definitely would not have done that. I would have guaranteed to you guys. Actually, to be fair, I totally could have for Vasilevsky to get our true number one. But no, it's too late now anyway. So, Dallas wants to give us a first in Connor Ingram for Matthew Joseph, which Matthew Joseph is essentially one of the untouchables on this team. But I do want to see how good Ingram is. He's an 80, so he is better than Rodrigue. He had a Oh, those are the AHL stats. Jesus, I was going to say, I'm like, wait, he played 68 games, and he had a 923 save percentage. I was thinking he was in the NHL, but no. He was in the AHL last season. He did good. Probably could have done better as an AHL goaltender. But like I said, Joseph is essentially one of the untouchables on this team. I do not want to and or plan to get rid of Matthew Joseph anytime now or soon. So, yeah. But that is going to be it for me, guys, in this one. This is probably the shortest stream I've ever done for one of these. I don't want to start the regular season. And I'm going to do all the line shit off screen for you guys. So hopefully you did all enjoy. Let me know if you did, obviously, in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to leave it off here. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.